Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to looking how can we differentiate the integral when we've given different exponents. If we've given different exponents, like let's say you've given the integral of this format, sine raised to the power of m x multiplied by cos raised to the power of n x dx. As you can see, the exponents are different. We have n and m and n, these are different things. We have m and m, we have n and m, those are different exponents. And then these exponents actually should be greater than, should be less than or equals to 5, and m and n must always will be what? Odd. Will be given this as odd. Numbers odd are numbers like 3, all right, given things like that. But yes, even 4 can be given, but anyways, 4 is an even. But anyway, just take note, if you've given different exponent, if you've given this scenario, you're supposed to know how we can go about. So the aim, if you have given this scenario, the aim is to convert one of the two to become a cos factor or a sine factor. To have, the aim is to simplify this to make so that we cannot have the exponent to have x, the exponent of 1, the cos factor. Okay, let me just take an example so that you may see. Let's say we've given number 1 like this, given the integral of sine, let me just say raised to the power of 3 7x multiplied by cos 7x like this dx. So how can we integrate this? So this is good. Check the exponents. I have 3 there on sine. I have 3 here. I have what? I don't have exponents. It's simply just 1. The aim, you must make sure that you have 1 exponent. If you've given the product like this, 2 of the things, make sure that we have a product. If you have given the product with an exponential, things like this, remember this is a trigonometry. We're talking about trigonometry. If you've given those things like that, make sure that one of the two must have what? 1 exponent. So the one which is raised to the power of certain exponents, make the one which has exponents, let the one that has that, let sinx 7x to be equals to what? To be u, or let u, to make it simpler, let u to be equals to what? To sin 7x. Why do we do that? It's because here we can able to cancel this. Okay, let's just see that we will see these things. There will be a cancellation that will take place. So if we let this to become u, we know what's supposed to do. We take derivative du over dx. This we know that will give us what? A negative cos. We'll have our negative. If we take that, isn't it? We'll have negative cos with, oh sorry, not negative, oh sorry, they cannot be negative, will be positive. Remember, this is we differentiate, we are not taking the integral, will be positive cos, but now multiplying by the angle would be 7 cos. We know that cos 7x, this is what we have. We applied the chain rule here. All right, so you're supposed to have to make dx the subject of the formula, right? If we make dx the subject of the formula, we just make dx the subject of the formula. I will take this on the top. This is the same as 1, and take that on the top. We'll have dx over du will be the same as 1 over 7 cos. They'll multiply there by du, will have dx. Our dx will be that will be equals to du over 7 cos 7x. So this is our du. We can substitute it back there. So let us do that. So if we do that, we'll have there our integral. Remember, sine, we said it's u. We'll have u raised to the power of 3. All right. So then multiply, we still have what? Cos 7x multiply du over 7 cos 7x. Right. So what is nice about this and that will cancel. Always must have one. I said this will cancel. Make sure that there's a cancellation that takes place. So those will cancel. So it's the same as you have 1 here over 7. Take this outside of the integral, will be 1 over 7 like this. Integral of u raised to the power of 3. We have now du. So here we can apply our power rule. We know the power rule. Here we'll have 1 over 3. We add the exponents there. Okay, this is a multiplication. Just multiply here. 1 over 2 must be outside like that. 1 over 7 multiplied into what? You add the exponents will be 4. Divide by that exponents. There will have this to be constant what? Constant c. But we said before u must be equals to what? To sine. So we have 1 over 7. We substitute this back. Our sine multiplied by sine raised to the power of 4. All right. We return back our sine 7x divided by 4 plus that. So these two will multiply, will give us sine raised to the power of 4, 7 divided by 7 multiplied by 4 is 28 plus the constant c. You see how it goes by. This is how you will try and maneuver these things. This is how we go about maneuver these things. Let's say, for argument's sake, again, you've given the integral of sine raised to the power of 5 x multiplied by cos 3 raised to the power of 3x. Here we have our dx. Take note, we said we're supposed to make one of the two must have at least one of the two must have. One of the two at least must have. We said supposed to have one must have one exponent, the factor of 1. Let's try to have a factor of the fraction. Let us reduce that. We want 1 to be, example like this, to have the raised to the 1 exponent of 1. All right, but we have exponents of 3 and 5 there, so we're supposed to try and do that. So we can rewrite, if you have given such a case, you can write sine raised to the power of 5. You can change this. This is the same as cos squared multiplied by cos x dx. So actually this is what we want to obtain. This is raised to the power of 1. That is good. That is the cos factor is raised to the power of 1. That is good. We still have sine 5x. But now this, you see the identity, it's the same as what? Using our identity, the same as 1 minus sine squared x, isn't it? Multiply by cos. We still have our cos x there. dx. Remember this from your trigonometric identity. You remember 1 sine squared plus sine whole squared will give us that, your trigonometric identity. Still remember that. All right, so we have these are supposed to be distributed, but do not forget even this cos. So also are supposed to be distributed there. So to not confuse yourself, just write like this so that you cannot forget that cos. You can write this to be sin raised to the power of 5x multiplied by cosx, because we have cos like that, into 1 minus sin squared x, then dx, so that you cannot confuse yourself. Then we have this now integral, distribute all of that, we'll have sin raised to the power of x power 5 multiplied by cos x there, then minus again this will be sine, we have there, that's the, as you can check, we have 5 there, we have 2 will be what, 7 will be raised to the power of what, of 7, like that, multiply by what, by cos x. So this is what we have now. All of these must be what, dx. So the focus now is to handle this, so is to handle that. So you know this is the same as integral, this is the same as integral of sine raised to the power of 5x multiplied by cos x, right, dx minus the integral of sine 7 cos 5x dx. So as you can see, guys, we have obtained the aim there was to have this to be what, raised to the power of 1. The exponent must be 1. So we have obtained, we have said if this situation we're supposed to let the one that has the exponents to be equal to u, its sign. So we let here u will be equal to what, we let u to be equal to sin x. For this part also, this for this part also, for this part, either way, right? But in anyways, even if this side we're supposed to let what, u to be equals to sin x, but you see these things are the same, so anyway we can solve one. Let us not bother ourselves, let's just solve one of the two. All right, so we know that you'll say du over dx there, we'll take our du over dx, so we have du over dx, this is the same as sine, okay, we want to take the derivative there, du over dx, this will change, be cos x, like that, isn't it? So we can make x the subject. If we make x the subject, you'll get this from the previous one we've seen, guys. If we make x the, if we make dx the subject, we'll have du over cos x. So we can replace this there, because also this is dx, so we can do that. All right, now we go, we'll replace our thing there, we have the integral of sine raised to the power of 5, but now we've said this must be equals to what, to u, sine must be equals to u, so here, so that will be equal to u, we'll have u to the power of 5 multiplied by cos x there, in place of dx we divide by d, we'll multiply by du over cos x, we have our minus there, so this will be minus the integral of u raised to the power of 7 multiplied by cos. There we have our cos x multiply this. If we substitute this there again, multiply by du over cos x. So anyways, we have seen this now. It's a matter of the story. Cos and cos will cancel. We'll be left with integral of u raised to the power 5 du minus, because we have minus, this and this also will cancel. We're left with integral of u raised to the power of 7 du. All right, so we can apply the power rule here. We'll have the integral of u, you add the exponent, you add 1 will be 6, you divide by that, then also here why I'm still using the want to show the equal sign, that this will be equals to u raised to the power of what, of 6 over 6. Are we together then? Minus u at 1 will be 8 over 8 obvious plus constant c, to show that we have integrated, plus the constant c there. Hopefully I did okay, plus constant c. This is what we have. All right, but we have said, remember we have said u is the same as sin x. Where we see u, will replace that with sine. So this will have, when we replace this there and there, we'll have that now to be equals to sine raised to the power of 6x all over 6 minus sine 8x all over 8 plus c. I think this is what we have there. Right, this is what we're supposed to have there. Anyways, this is what we're supposed to have. So thank you for watching. May you kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video.